I think it was by far the closest. You were also the ones casting that,
Yeah.
Callie. The grand finals for
Yeah.
FPC1 was the closest that we have ever seen. Only a 1 point difference between Dream Team, and I think that was Modern X Lethal that went
Yeah.
head to head. So I think it has to boil down to overall damage, overall stats that the teams have accumulated to be able to reach that. But it's still, boggles me that I was able to reach that point, right? A 1 point different in the closest PC finals that we have ever witnessed back in season 1. I hope to see that this season 2 will be as competitive as season 1.
I'm looking really forward to it, right? Because not only we do not have Dream Team in here anymore. Their players have now transitioned to play for Beta PC, but Modern Lethal, they're not even around playing, right?
Oh yeah.
And only the second team that is active right now is Digital Devils. And they placed third last season, but they have not been playing very well. But who knows, right? It's the PC finals. I think this is where they will try to unleash all of the stress that they have been hiding all throughout the initial weeks that we got. So definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, I love the shuffle that we did in the maps as well back in the knockout stage, giving in that little Lambton goodness for everyone who has not seen it yet. And actually, that was the first time we've seen it in the knockout stage. And today, and even in the finals, we're going to be seeing a mix and match as well of both Sunset City and Lambton here, which is what makes it all the more exciting, Callie, because some of the teams we've seen it in the knockout stage, they do so much better in Lambton, but they are struggling so much in Sunset City.
I think we could highlight one team, right? And that's DD Bai from Group B. You know, the long-range weapons have been amazing for them, but when they're playing Sunset City where there's more of close-range engage, it's where they have been struggling, right? But now we are ready for our first matchup today and the first match for the Grand Finals of this PC division. And we start the things up with Sunset City as Game 1 is ahead of us.
Oh, look at the flight path. It's a straight cut over on the right side of the map, and that is gonna favor, you know what, a lot of the teams have been liking in that Smiling Island as well. So I've seen that back in the knockout stage. Let's take a look at the overall picture. So it seems like in this group there's gonna be a lot more people who loves to go over on the left side of the map, so that's gonna take a lot more time. But as for the people who have dropped, that is really gonna favor the people who drops in Tin Man and Todd's Hot Rod, and that's gonna be rates and built different. Let's see where they're actually going to be landing this time around, but it's going to be very congested over at the south side, Cali. That is very evident. Of course, the Sunflower Shopping Mall is still going to be a staple here, but look at this powerhouse actually going for a split drop. Some of the Heart Islands, some over by the outskirts of Sunflower Shopping Mall. So this is a bit different for them. They did go to their usual drop spot, which is the Sunflower Shopping Mall.
Yeah, so now it's all about just getting that right loot and rotating as fast as you can, because the moment that AZ Raids gets that optimal loot, they can initially go for the flood at the Tiny Fortune. I think they are slowly starting to converge already down south. They're looking to try to isolate Powerhouse PC and get themselves quite a great start. But on that Carnival map, we got Notorious and Whole W are going at it. We are seeing some gunshots in there. Then on the high tier drop, Firegrounds PC will be there up against Ghost Reborn. So definitely a lot of early engage here, and you can see on the kill feed that was AZ Rates now slowly flooding the players on the Sunflower Shop.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. You were there first, but now PC actually, you know what? It took them quite some time to reach in that power key station, so they actually went for the outskirts. There's not going to be the case. Here's my RZ. Wow. Very good start coming out from them, as well as Ghost Reborn. As we can see the kill feeds, they actually managed to take down the respawns of some of the members there of Paragon's SC.
Yeah, I mean, with Notorious, you know, they're heavily reliant on having Beetle the God play great for them, but Sion's has turned to become one of a more aggressive and more consistent player when it comes to securing those frags. So definitely off to a great start, finding that first 4 kills and trying to bully out Whole W from the first drop that they initially had here in Carnival. So expect that this team actually goes the long distance. They are really stacked when it comes to playing that close range engage with Beetle the God in their roster.
Kelly, I noticed what you as well from the side of not RZ. They actually went for 4 attackers in their compositions. No support at all. So this just means that it's just screaming aggression from the side of not RZ as compared to the other squads here that you see. You know, of course, a classic Tiana. We haven't panned into the other squads yet. I have to see who will be utilizing the Ember here, or maybe even Young in the here at Sanctuary Tower. 13-6, just going at it, making sure that those respawn pods are out before they come out of this north side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, LF4 Org, they are starting off a very bad foot, right? I mean, they only got 3 players in there. They have been invaded by 9 trucks, so it's all about trying to stay away and keep away from this engage because you have already spent your respawner pods, and just one more elimination means that you have to wait for a revive and might just be a little too close into getting eliminated here as the first team in round number 1.
You know what's the thing about getting in those revives up? If you get caught up in the circle, or the danger zone rather, it can be very difficult to get your teammates up. You're gonna be dispersed out. Speaking of, this Digital Devils is here in the area. Squad number 8 over at Sanctuary Tower. That was already one member down. Respawn pods are still up here, but you know, I think all of these players are trying to get into the Iris match.
Yeah, they're trying to fight through it first, but they are going to be meeting some guys in there. And for Digital Devils, I mean, they're kind of caught into a bit of a pinch here. And Notorious, they got a good spot on these players, but it's great that they have revived back Chuya, so they're going to be still quite complete. But as soon as Beetle the God actually does engage, that kind of stuff is going to be quite rough in terms of getting this elimination. We have not yet seen any Embers here so far, and those initial engagements we got will be withdrawn. Seems like trying to push through it. They're taking so much time here, and you're fighting for a lot of loot on the left turn side of the minimap. Remember, Nova and the power tree station have not been dropped onto, so it's pretty much out in the open for any of these teams to actually pick up.
Yeah, both of these teams, these Digital Devils and not RZ, just wasting all of these ammo and the time to actually be able to head over to those hot POIs to get in those loot. But they also have to watch out for squad number 4's Powerhouse DC, who has arrived. Came from the mid side of the map, also looking to get into Iris Ranch and even Power Tree Station here. Both of these squads have the vehicles to actually get out, both not RZ and Digital Devils. Right now, all they're doing is just taking pot shot at each other. I'm not so sure if this is a wise decision for both sides because the other teams are actually taking this time to get in what they need. But as for them, it's a very, very long stalemate here.
Yeah, look at this now. Coord shift coming in from G, so they're looking for that flank. The EMP shot off top is not going to be destroyed, so now Digital Devils are going to be quite trapped inside of the building. They do have that Amber Vision Erosion to stop that push, but now Notorious have surrounded them very nicely. You got, you know, Sion's holding down the bottom floor, then Digital Devils, their only Sanctuary is a resource, but now it expires, and now the gunfights coming in hot into that point. Jilly Gel gets one kill off to Notorious, and G trying to return back that favor. Top takes down Yui, and that's a great adjustment coming in from them to bring them that first clean and the second clean off the get-go at the early game. Notorious off to an 8-kill start.
Yeah, they're off to a hot start here for the Group A semifinals, and I think it just goes to show that their composition is just enabling them to do that. 3 attackers as compared to Digital Devils. I think I should actually point out this is one of the teams that has utilized the Ember even way back in FPC 1, so it's so nice to see them use that to disengage earlier, but not enough to actually disengage from the havoc that not RZ was able to cause. Fortunately enough, they're not out of the game yet. They still got those respawn pods, but this is actually going into the mid game. No one has been eliminated just yet, so all of these teams are just looking to take away that respawn pod as early as possible to make sure that, you know, one less team is out of this Sunset City.
Yeah, Rates is doing great here. Rates' stat is doing great, right? 4 kills already could be the top Reaper if you can secure another kill there. This team's got 8 skills and they're just staying by the edge of the circle. Potentially could get the pick down onto Build Different, who is going down south, still waiting for an opportunity to rotate inside of that inner circle, which is something essential for you so that you don't waste all of your resources just trying to heal up. And yeah, Rates just slowing it down. They got that information that there's some guy that have scanned them and might just potentially contest their position.
Yeah, it's most likely coming out from squad number 15 or the other one, squad number 5, that is actually trying to converge towards this annex of Nova Planetarium. It's going to be difficult to come into this situation, right? Danger Zone's going to be closing in on the squads who are over at the zone's edge. So squad number 7, Rates, might actually just have a better position to, you know, be able to chase them out or bully them out or gatekeep them from this area before they head over to the planetarium. But I think they have different plans. They might actually move right out. Notorious and X-Peer. They're over here at Iris Ranch. This was the place that they wanted to be in earlier. And now squad number 9 has a good vantage point. Nitrox, though, has that level 3 armor and a couple of vehicles. X-Peer has already collected level 4, so this should be a good time to disengage. 13 is at zone's edge, so X-Peer can definitely pressure them out.
Yeah, I mean, Nitrox is not the ideal spot where you want to get less XP, get that high ground, right? Not to mention they got those defenders to back them up. Now goes DZ, trying to hit the shots onto Grad. That should be a kill with the defender. If they don't have, I believe, any resources to try to heal up here, as goes DZ, he's got that information that there are some players over towards Cliffside, but cannot stay outside for too long, as there is going to be another squad looking to contest your position. That's going to be Eminence, having that high ground at the moment, waiting for an opportunity to pounce.
Ooh, Serendipity actually using it in a different time. Speaking of Eminence, they're actually here to take the position of Ghost Reborn. They took a lot of time to actually chase out the other one, and now here comes the absolute gravity coming out from Serendipity. It's gonna cause Ghost Reborn to actually back away, going over to the edge of the building. But right now they're in a very tight spot. They got scanned here by the other squad. Information is all over, and if Eminence decides to pounce in, it's gonna be just chaos all over there for their side. Yeah. Over here at Sanitarium as well, we see two squads over at this side. 11 and 2 might actually just go at each other at this point.
Yeah. There's just too many action going on here for Nova Planetarium, right? You got one BAP having the best position here. You can see them just shooting down Eminence. Just wasted one of their ultimates, trying to dismantle the team on the brewery, but could not get any kill there. So they have repositioned inside a better circle so that they get to wait the team heading here off the court. So far, their pressure has just been insane from one BAP, and one of the players to note for here for this squad should be Ponke as well as Miko. One of the better Maggies that we got, I believe, top 4 in the kill department for a Maggie user. So definitely doing a lot of presence for one BAP, and the reason why they are part of the semifinals today.
Yeah, the defenders are coming in real handy here. The 8x scopes from the Cypher. I think I also saw a Phantom earlier, so that's gonna be really deadly. Yeah, Carnival. I love how we, pan the camera over to this area. It's really congested 5, 4, and 3 at this area, and they're playing at zone's edge. This is gonna be extra tricky for the squads who want to go into the safe zone. They can actually just take them down here, especially for the ones that don't even have the respawn pods up right now. MG7 has been secured here by Daisy, who goes over at the top of Carnival. This is a good vantage point to actually maybe take down Ghost Reborn here, and is coming into Carnival. I'm not so sure if they have an idea of where Paragon's Powerhouse SC is actually in.
Yeah, I think this is kind of a very vulnerable spot for Daisy, right? Because, I mean, there are plenty of ways for her to get knocked down on this top floor. You see the high ground to just try to beam down. The players might just be down at one of these buildings, but that leaves you pretty wide open from a team game from the checkpoint, as well as from the Nova Planetarium, where they obviously have those high grounds. But it's kind of a good spot for them here. It's kind of waiting it out. They don't want to take that engage as much as they can up against Ghost Reborn. It's got the armor advantage, as they got wrapped there with level 5 armors. Then heading into that one, right? The squad number 10, that is going to be notorious. It just has been roaming around the map. That could potentially strike them and be the third party to take them down. Definitely not a spot where you want to take the challenge head on with your Powerhouse PC.
Yeah, they also got a Tarantula there for Powerhouse PC. I think they might actually just take more time there, but one map has already used in that EMP shot by a long shot, and now Eminence. This is the time to just go in. They used the hover car, and they actually get one already down.
Wow. Yeah, that's one down. Now Miko trying to touch things up. Tactical rolling. 5-1 gets the top down, and next is eliminated. And what the play coming in for one BAP to clean things up for Team Eminence, the third best team in the PC division. Gone just like that.
BAP, Miko was able to take down 3, and that was massive for their side. One BAP, even though they were not in a very good position, they just managed to take them out. Yeah, just like that, and now we're down to 9 squads out of 15 here at Sunset City. We're talking about Powerhouse PC rather, that have already gotten out of Carnivale and makes their move over here to the outskirts. Perhaps going into Planetarium just shortly, but they are looking to take the resources that they can get over here at Zone's Edge.
Yes, 67% top 3 rate. So obviously you're gonna have to expect that team to actually put in a lot of time slowing things down in Tier 5. Longer than any of these other teams, but not when you got Notorious. Has just been, trying to get all of these eliminations as much as they can. They try to take you down. They got that high ground, but remember, Digital Devils are going to be by the Pixar's junkyard, so anytime that there's going to be a push coming in one of the zones, they could just immediately rotate with their vehicles and take these players. They are going to be close to their circle.
Oh yeah, Digital Devils is in such a good position there.
Supply
Whoever's
ship
gonna come
en
out,
route.
they know that they're on the safe zone. Either Powerhouse PC here or squad number 10,
Wow.
not RZ, that are looking to just go neck to neck here at this point. They are in danger, and look at that. The supply drop drops right in a very convenient position, throwing in the players over to that side. I think Digital Devils has the prime position here, not unless not RZ can catch
Wow.
them by surprise.
Yeah, but that's going to stop the push from Notorious, right? Digital Devils now have a safety net that stops that bleeding so far to get their armors revived back in there. But Notorious, if you're built like God, you're going to have to push right now. It is the best moment to get these eliminations. Digital Devils, they are down bad as all of their players still struggling with fighting enough of these armors. So obviously, it has to be built like God and will have to strike first. But they're taking so much time. There's throwing so many players inside. Now the siege is on. Johnny Gel, last man alive, is going to get knocked down. And Notorious just splitting everybody inside, eliminating that
new
Digital
Reaver
Devils
has
squad, the
arrived.
third best team in Season 1. Nice way for them to start things off here. 16 kills already to their name, but they have used up all of their ultimates. Now it's time for Powerhouse to get these attacks inside. They are going to be in deep, deep trouble should they expose themselves in the open.
Yeah, Yondu's already down, waiting for that revive, and non-RZ, even though they have expended their ultimates there, they're still alive and kicking. The Powerhouse, with the numbers advantage that not RZ has right now, even though they're healing up, they should have a much better position to take everyone down here. They also got that MG7 from Daisy, so this is the time to strike up against not RZ.
Yeah, we got one more attack coming in the northern side of the map, right on the cliff side, but this is where the contest is important. You win this gunfight, you also get that supply drop that's going to be nearby that will grant you that MP7 and a level 5 armor, which is important for these teams trying to contend, not just to fight for kills, but also for placements. Powerhouse PC, third in this team, right? They're trying to get the job done, but they are slowing things down, letting Notorious dictate where all of this attack should go, and also are waiting for the Mediax build from Daisy that just cooled it down in the final 10 seconds.
Yeah, they can't get the revive up on the Cypher as well, but speaking of the Cypher, that's going to be the Eve. Over on the other side, they're not RZ.
Powerhouse PC, they have only one player there. They have been eliminated. And wow, what a setup that we got there for Eve. Oh, they still got one more player. Oh my god, they still got 3 more players in there. And now it's gone. Notorious just getting it in. And Eve was playing a huge factor to dodge. And Speedo the guard with the scope able to take down Nitrox Wingman on the cliff side. And yeah, nice shots for them. 21 kills. Better start you could ask for any of the teams that are looking to try to compete for that grand final spot. Light drop nearby now. One VAP getting themselves into kind of an altercation up against Rates, who's gonna be at Zone's Edge, and this rotations just doing bad for them as Pico gets all of these kills one by one. Tactical rolling in towards the circle, getting themselves an opportunity to not get affected by the numbers. But take a look at this. Now Esports kind of caught in between.
Much damage.
Yeah, caught in between 2 teams that are trying to fight.
Okay, if we look at the last 4 teams that have made it this far now, that's not problem.
Yeah, and yeah, it's bad. Like, they don't have aim there as well. If I'm not mistaken, they do have him, but the armors are not there compared to the other squads that have been going in for these eliminations, right? 1 VAP Miko and crew, they have been amazing. Look at Miko already having 7 kills to his name. And on the other side, it's Notorious, who has just been steamrolling every team that they have already met. her name, and now one BAP looking to try to outflank up against squad number 1, and now it's PC. Aim, the best player in the game, can't he clutch things up? He's the only guy alive. He's got the high ground. Does he stay alive? No, not today, as Miko combines 9 kills and becomes the top Reaper, but one BAP, 2 players are knocked down, and there's a squad rotating in. 2 survivors, 2 squads remaining. It's a 4v4 situation. Notorious, they have been amazing all towards this early game, and now we're looking to try to secure the best end game as fast as possible. Ash has found that one player. He's gonna back away, withdrawing from his initial position. They got Victor the God on a long range with that defender. He is gonna be the long range support. Then you got Theon with the grenade available. Monkey, he is just one tap away from getting the knockdown. And there's gonna be a confirmed kill from them. Notorious, they got 27 kills, and the grenades explodes, and it's Notorious combining for 27. Make that 28 with that elimination to secure map number 1.
What an explosive start that we have here in Group 8. 28 frags for Not RZ. To think that one map was just on fire. Miko with that Maggie, ever since he was able to make that 3v1 play earlier, he was just on fire, having the complete armor as well here in the last stage. But it was Not RZ. Having Beetle the God over at the long range was able to provide them so much cover to be able to shred down the armors there of one BAP and managed to take them down at close range. It was a good tag team between these teams, and of course Not RZ going to be taking in the victory here for the first map. And I did mention it earlier, they have 4 attackers in this squad.
Yeah.
What more can you get than just having action after action for Not RZ?
It's unfair because you already have a high mobility player in Maggie. Then you have Sions, who has, I believe, is the most broken PC hero in Bow. Just 2 shots with the tactical and the ultimate of those grenades just leaves you out in the hanging. You're getting hit by a freight train if it lands right in front of your face. And this team, no, doesn't have one player just doing all the works for them. It was everybody's effort, right? But G gets a lot of these kills, but it's Beetle the God up long with that 3,729 damage. I believe that's the highest we got for a for a single player.
Yeah, 3,729. I think the most that we've seen that a damage come out like that was back in Lambton. So I think overall, even if you take a look at the other squads that are in this group, there was no one that comes close to Beetle the God. And I think you have to just put give your hands up for the long range defender plays that he was making, right? Especially in that final clash between them and one BAP. I think the next one should have to be Miko, right? That really did a fantastic job here as well for one BAP. The thing that he was able to make in that 3v1 play as well with the Maggie. So it was just really commendable here. Nitrox as well, the former team here of Beetle the God that we have actually named to be one of the top contenders back in season 1, and now they've finally made it. They finally actually gotten in the first map here, as compared to what we actually predicted to win was actually Naos. But they're off to a great start here, and I think their hero composition, Callie, just says everything about what not RZ wants to happen here in FPC2.
I mean, Notorious, you kind of expected with Build the God in there that they're going to be playing great, right? This has been a player from Team Nitrox last season that was really able to create that difference and become one of the more solid Maggie users down there. But he has transcended that gameplay even further here at the start of the PC Grand Finals Day 1, right? Where he scored a lot of these kills and even earning that MVP. And you really love to see it for Notorious. I love that bounce back game that they had. They did not have a great knockout stage, but definitely making up for it here where it's the most important game of all. But now it's PC. They were not really able to handle it right now, right? We did not see aim pop off. Neither of the teams were able to get a lot of these kills. Not even a top 3 placement for them. So that's really such a huge blow to start the day off.
Yeah, who had this similar experience back in season one? It was actually Nitrox, right? That's the team that Betel Dugal was playing in. And I think if you just rewind a little bit back to season one, they got contested at the motel several times in their drop spot, and they weren't able to shine back in season one. And now they're just making a statement here, making their way, of course, hopefully to the grand finals that will be happening tomorrow. And, taking a look back at what happened to Now PC, I actually pointed out earlier the flight path was actually straight up, right? Straight up on the
Yeah.
right side. And they were actually perhaps one of the last teams that was able to drop in their comfort drop, which was Power Tree. I think they didn't even drop at Power Tree, Gabby.
Yeah.
They dropped near Power Tree. So they weren't able to drop at where they want to be. And at the same time, they got chased out by the other squads who were over at the Iris Ranch. So it was a very difficult game for Naos. I believe their respawn pods were already taken out. So it was really hard to recuperate from that situation. Quite ironic, too, that the final circle was actually near Power Tree Station.
Yeah, it was just kind of unfortunate for them. And the thing, right, where we were able to hype up Now Esports and Powerhouse PC, they were not able to make it at the top three. So their top three rate definitely going down after that game, but it's far from over. We got 2 maps still available here for the taking. And yeah, Lambton is coming right up next. So more of a long-range engagements that we're going to be able to have here. Are there any teams or some players that you're looking out with that sniper that might just take this game like quite possible for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of players here that you have to watch out for, knowing that it's going to be Lambton in the next map, Cali. But of course, we have to take a look at what happened back at Sunset City first here for our first map. Check out these highlights.
Yeah, starting the day off with a 3,721 total damage is how you want it if you're a Maggie user. The better the Maggie user is, the higher the odds of winning. And Biddle the God was just prepared for those gunfights. 8 total kills and season high in rating. 2 in fact with 75 to his name.
Yeah, Beetle the God, of course, his squad actually really did struggle back in the PC finals in season one, and now they're looking to take it all. And I think apart from having, the better the Maggie user, the higher chances of winning, I think for this entire game, right, it was a collective team effort coming out from Not RZ, right? I think they are one of the teams that have the most aggressive lineups here in Group A, having in 4 attackers. I think this is probably one of the first few times that I'm going to be seeing this actually unfold, knowing that the squads here in the PC division, they don't have like 4 attackers, they only have 3 and have 1 support. I think this is the time to say that, Not RZ is like, how many attackers do you want in your squad? Yes. We're just gonna have 4 attackers in the squad. We're doing exactly that. And you know what? I think overall, right, Callie, it was so evident in their rotations that they wanted to go for the aggressive, right? They were willing to cap out so long to take out those respawn pods. And I think they were also even up to the point that even they were close to death. They just managed to take down, get an elimination or get those respawn pods down for at least a squad. They are actually happy with it. And Not RZ just kickstarting things off with just chaos after chaos.
It's the setup that really amazes me here, right? Because usually it's always the Maggies that they usually run in there as the first man. But at the start of the game, we saw their Cypher actually holding down those top floors, pulling down that EMP shock. And that's where they actually strike as a team. And when you get an absolute gravity to help with that EMP shock, it's the greatest 1v1 gunfight for you, as they're able to really clean things up and just eliminate players that they see every time they go at it. So yeah, nice way for Notorious to get this game started, but gotta do more than that to secure the top 15 spot in the grand finals tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, it's just great to see this kind of lineup right here in the PC finals continue to surprise us, of course. And yeah, before we head over to the next map, Callie, we're gonna have to take a quick break first before we proceed in to the next one here for Group A. Don't touch that browser. See you guys in a bit.
About Mike? Oh, they say he's like a giant, all decked out in heavy armor. He's the baddest legend in this city. No cap. Straight up. Baddies bounce when they spot him. Dare to mess with him, you'll get hurt. Nah, that ain't it. Why? Okay, hear me out. He's got that never give up attitude and hands quicker than anyone. He's always working on every muscle and improving himself. He's ready to pop up wherever people need help. That ain't cool at all. Oh, trust me. When he pulled me out of that fire, he was hella cool.
That was a close one, kitty. But don't trip. You're safe now.
And we're back here, Survivors, to bring you guys map number 2 for Group A. It's going to be a Lambton map. We're heading into a different setting where all of the snipers are going to be important. Joining you again is Cali Gaming here with Burger Kim. Everybody's looking out for this map number 2 win after Notorious just took a very dominant start here today with a 28 kill performance and that number 1 placement to bring them kind of off to a very great start. I think that's already 50 plus points off the map number 1.
Yeah, we're already breaking records here at the PC semifinals, right? I think that is the most damage that we have in the game. Care of Beetle the God, 3,729. I think the one that comes close was actually Miko from one BAP earlier. Like they got head to head. It was 2,500 single damage in the game. So he was able to top that, right? The Beetle the God. So I think let's find out if they actually can translate this into the Lambton map. We all know that the Sunset City and Lambton, they're very different, and I think having the defender place here is also going to be very essential. Let's see if they will still go with 3 attackers here, Kylie, because I think the Lambton map is just vastly different from what we were going to be having in Sunset City.
You would need support here if you are Notorious, right? I mean, you would need either a Sienna that can help you revive your teammates even without using your revive, and you also would need at least an Ember just to stop that push coming in, because you're gonna get taken down at almost every angle here because of the open areas that is available around the map. So I feel like Digital Devils has a greater chance of actually playing in this map itself, knowing that they have been fully utilizing that Ember to the full extent whenever everybody's trying to close that distance down, and while they use their long range to go for those initial engage.
Yeah, we've seen glimpses of Digital Devil. I think also DD Bai that will be playing later on in Group B that was so good in the Lambton map, right? Having in those defenders. Speaking of the defenders, though, I think it's going to be a little bit more rare here in the Lambton map, knowing that there is a whole lot more Stellar Winds, a whole lot more generators. So if you guys see a defender in the Lambton map, be sure to pick it up because it's super rare. I think it goes for a really high price. No, I'm kidding. It's just it's very rare. So if you guys are more comfortable with the defender, once you see it, snag it when you're in Lambton.
You're gonna have to be feeling lucky. It's like winning a jackpot if you got a defender right in front of your face, right? Because the amount of damage that it can do in a long range map is very insane. I mean, pair that one up with a 4x or an 8 times scope, you're just built to just eliminate players that might just be outside the zone or holding one of those buildings. And defenders does have that 2-tap capability. If you try to aim for the head, that is gonna be a quick 2 delete for you. So just gotta make sure that your aim is up there. And speaking of aim, now's PC though, they did not have a great start. So I think if we're talking about it now, the number 1 team has to step up like a huge margin here at map number 2, either get the number 1 victory or score as much points as they can get to maintain that top 1 spot here today.
Yeah, speaking of now's PC, right? They have to at least find a good spot here if they want to be a bit more aggressive, head over into the high resource area. But, talking about Lambton here, we have to also consider the composition. Earlier in Sunset City, we've seen a Momoy actually being played. And I think a Sienna will be much important here. The scans, the information will be very vital. But you know what, Callie? I think we're going to be heading straight into Lambton already as we drop into map number 2 here of our semifinals, Group A, round number 2. Going to be kickstarting it off here at Lambton, and it's going to be it's a 4 p.m. flight path starting over at the south side. So this is going to favor the Roper Fortress drop. So I think that's going to be Wonder and Rupee already dropping in at that side, utilizing the drop spot first so they can be able to loot. And actually on the left side of the map, the Windmill Village is also a good place to drop a lot of resources. Then you have access as well to Remnants Cap and X Spear. But you know what? The high resource area, Cali, is going to be at Nova Energy Station. Is anyone going to be dropping there? I don't think anyone's going to be dropping there. It's going to take some time though.
Yeah, it's going to take them time. Yeah, I think it's a race between Now's PC and 1 BAP. Whoever gets that purple drop. It's a very huge area, so that 2 teams can actually go in there without even engaging on the first 20 seconds. But look at Now's PC just trying to go for a split drop. 1 is going towards storage area. 2 is coming in from the Nova Planetarium. Then full tip is going to be by the maintenance center. I don't know what the full idea is, but one bad aim, they got 4 players ready to go for that pounce. So gotta be ready for it early because they already have a War Falcon to chase you down. Not a great spot if you take a look at the lower left side of your screen.
Oh no, you know what? Now PC is just scrambling for the artillery here at this point, right? And you know what? It's gonna be as rate here as well at the board though. Gonna get congested here. 3 squads actually in this area. Here's some threat, but no threat as rate.
Yeah, I mean, a very much scrappy gameplay for it, right? I mean, Powerhouse, the Powerhouse gets the kills here off the get-go, and look at Mori being so happy with his elimination. They'll also get to revive back his teammates and also get this 4 kills. Now, for squad number 3, if you are AZ Raid, do you want to recontest? Now, we take a look at the other side of your screen. Nova Industrial Zone is where we're at. Notorious, look at Beetle the God just going in for that deep flank just to take down LF4 Orgo. Finally has a 4-man squad here.
Yeah, I think Ash's respawn pod is taken out, but the grenades coming out from the bow, not RZ. It's be real low. They're trying to chase down LF4 Org here. Just an area that has so much to give as well, but not RZ. This time, I think one of them, they have to be extra careful here. I think some of them don't have the respawn pods already.
Yeah, look at the plays from the Uzi plus the Ancient Star here for LF4 Org to continue that pounce. It all started with Reiko going out, trying to go in defenses and spotting down Beetle the God, and it connected with the grenades, and that was the first pick. Now they were able to manage to take down Notorious, the other squads by the tree side, and that will be like 5 clean for them. Gotta be feeling good for that.
Oh, not RZ is finally gonna respect the fact that LF4 Org just has a much better capability, a much better hold on that Nova Industrial Zone. They're actually gonna go to the logistics hub instead, but over here on the other side, Nitrox, as well as Built Diff and XP are just going at each other. They might actually head over to the Nova Harbor, is gonna be where they're at. They got the War Falcon here as well, the War Spiders, so just a lot of these vehicles before they are able to head into the harbor. But you know what? Squad number 15 is there. Ghost Reborn as well. Gonna find Eminence over at this side. Here comes a Vision Erosion coming out from their side just to disengage from this encounter up against Eminence.
But that's also buying time for Eminence to surround him, right? So now Ghost Reborn, they're gonna have to try to team up as much as they can. They still do have that high ground, but Eminence Jin enters inside. The grenades connect, and everybody's damaged. Stop!
Whoa, 2-man down for the side of Ghost Reborn. I don't think we saw Jin there. Dizzy as well gonna be the last one standing. Can he make it for Ghost Reborn here?
A new Reaper has
that's
arrived.
it.
Dizzy's still
MB.
up though.
Yeah, it's a 1v1 for them right now. I think MB should be able to get a relay. I think these players are just waiting for their grenades to get ready up, but now the push goes towards this side of the map. And I feel like Ghost, they have already their players inside right now. Eminence Jin throws another grenade, another kill for him. No, he's gonna get shot down by DC with the M4, one of the best AR rifle, the AR game, the weapons in the game right now. Going in for more, knocks down Serendipity. That's 2 down for him, making that 4 kills for Ghost Reborn to start it all
A
off.
new Reaper has arrived.
Oh no, Eminence right now, right? They're gonna go try to recontest the area. And X gonna get taken down, and I think that should be it. Eminence is gonna be out of this map, out of Lambton. It was called here Dizzy, right? All those 5 frags coming up from Dizzy, holding the time here for Ghost Reborn. But this time as well, XP are gonna try to go in for the third-party play here.
Yeah, these guys have got mad potential, right? Yoki, one of the best sniper players out there in the game right now, should be able to get that land with that EMP shock. That's going to be a great engagement for XP, who's looking to try to get a squad wipe here and extend that kill points even further. They play 7 on the last game, now pushing up. It's a team fight inside of the building. XP drops 2 of their players. Ghost Reborn, they're doing a great job holding it down with the help of his teammates Dizzy. But it's going to be your boy, bro, getting that kill inside. But it is far from over as we got another team going in for that push. It is going to be Build Diff GD now. It is going to be a numbers game in their hands. Mur and crew completing the siege inside, and XP gets eliminated, but far from over as they still do got some players in there alive.
Yeah, XP right now just gonna be getting a taste of their own medicine. It's only Yoki up here to get in some of those players back up, but Built Different has gotten in that area surrounded. They're gonna be healing up. I'm not so sure if Yoki's gonna try to make in the play here. He does not have the EMP, but that is just to secure this War Spider and just go in for the disengage.
Yeah, not bad for Built Diff, right? I mean, starting the day off with a very bad placement. This is what you exactly want to do. Just try to make up for it. You place 12, and now you gotta have to score some of these kills and some of these placement points. Gotta do better to maintain that position, qualify for the grand finals tomorrow. And they are by their rotation inside of the circle, right? So should they get that sentry post, that's automatically like a high ground plus a gatekeeping moment for them, but they're waiting for these players to drop in and secure some A's, more probably.
Yeah, Built Diff has just managed to take out XP, right? And they got in their armors level 4 already. And they're over at the deserted village, which is actually quite congested. Not so deserted as of this moment, right? So Built Different right now, they can just pretty much gatekeep anyone who's going to be coming in. And now they're looking to take down the XP right now, who has just landed back in. Godwin, last member there for the side. And that's going to be Nitrox. Actually, I think that should be Nitrox out, right? They should be able to get the other members up. But, you know, Built Different, they're relentless on the chase here.
Yeah, going in for the ace is exactly what they want. They even got 2 squads in there that they can go along and secure those sprays. And Built Different, again, still outside of the zone. They still do have some players to eliminate from X Spear, who's going to be dropping by the deserted village. Definitely won't be deserted no more as Built Different decides to go for a visit and knock on the doors of X Spear to try to chase them and bully them out of the way for Lambton map number 2. On the other side of the map, Notorious. They were bullied out earlier, but now they got a good spot. Just trying to take the revenge flip against LF4 Org, who actually wasted their respawner pads early in the game, but Build the God up, loses the gunfight onto Folco. Now he gets immediate top floor advantage. Now guy up top, Sion's gonna try to take him out. Folco still maintains his life. And LF4 Org going at it up top. The tactical roll for the side of Wins gets that kill, and that's Notorious once again being bullied.
Yeah, Ash is gonna be running away, running down the hills this time. And you know, Folco, to think that he's playing a Sienna here, he's managed to rack up at least, you know, next to Sid here. He is the one who has the most frags here for the squad, and now Ash, he's all alone. I don't think he has any of those regens for their side. This could be the end for not RZ.
Well, the guy's not capping there, man. Nice try though, but he's somewhere on the rocks. So Ash, he has to play with his life, but he is spotted. Oh no, that's a War Falcon that's waiting for you. Then on the other side, there's a squad. So now it is going to be him eliminated, and Notorious, after placing map number 1, will be eliminated early, placing 12 here at map 2.
Okay, so not RZ this time for Lambton. They were aggressive, but this time they find themselves equal aggressors as well. One BAP that managed to take in the second spot here back at Sunset City. Now they're at the fishing village, and they got the supply drop. Orange armors for Miko, but they haven't racked up as much frags as they did back in Sunset City. And now looking at Lambton, they're just looking to rack up their arsenal as much as they can, knowing that they're mostly threading on the safe zone here in the circle of the map. And now we're down to 11. Still a lot of squads that are here in the lobby, knowing that there's a, you know, it was a bit fast earlier in Sunset City, but this time, you know, it's a bit slower here at Lambton. Powerhouse PC and Now's PC, two of the best teams, I would say, in the PC division right now. They're looking for the entry here. The MP has been activated, scans as well from their side, and Now's PC. They know that Powerhouse PC over at the other side, and they're looking to find an angle here to go up against them.
Yeah, look at the nice spot that Powerhouse did, right? EMP Shock to bully out Now's PC for that good position. Now they are going to be at a disadvantage. You're going to have to aim up and try to secure as much of this kill as Cosbank. Now trying to drop in another loot there. Powerhouse PC also trying to do the same exact thing. And the thing with the new update with Momoy, right? The longer that you survive, the better the loot it gets on your hoarder drops. So level 4 armor should be available here for Powerhouse PC as soon as it drops. Now's PC, you know, we already know what they can possibly do in this type of altercation, but we haven't seen them much winning their gunfights. So at map number 1, they were eliminated kind of early. We expected them to get at least a top 3 spot, but could not get that job done.
Yeah, they managed to make it this far, right? And one BAP here. Okay, Paragon's SC, they find themselves 10 frags here. Already one member down, make that 2. Only 2 remaining here for the sides of Paragon SC.
Yeah, I think it's over. Lucinda just activated that gravity in the best possible way. Miko had no way actually in surviving that as he got stuck behind enemy 3s. But Kaylee, to be the last Kyle alive here, you don't have any more respawner pods as he was disabled just a couple of minutes ago. So one BP has to play this one tactically, and then all the other players actually go in for that initial engage. So it's gonna be Paragons there up against squad number 8. So it's kind of a very interesting spot for her because we don't see typically Digital Devils to go in for this type of aggression. They're mostly the ones that's playing passive, but to see this engage takes quite balls to do it because the team you're going up against with have level 5 armors. You only got level 3s and level 4s.
Oh, that's care of one back. They managed to take the loot up against them, and I think Digital Devils are trying to strike here before Paragon's SC is able to heal up. They got a War Falcon here, and they got a good eye of where Paragon's SC is. Look at the damage coming out from the vehicle, and they might actually just go in for the engage. The loot drop is here as well, so they can go for it once they manage to take the side of Paragon's SC down. One member down already.
Yeah, Yui able to take down Mumi, so that's gonna be a 4v3 situation. You're just gonna have to flood them in numbers, and Chuya can go for the outplay here. But look at Paragons, they're trying to team up so they can go for the flaunt, but now Chuya has got that high ground. He sprays it down, but there's the numbers game coming in for his side, and also that's health, armor, and advantage. But look at the team up, having the high ground. Chuya able to take at least some of this damage. Jilly Gel trying to clutch things up. He finds another kill there, taking down Trench. So nice kills for him. Not only they do get some kills, but also the arsenal coming in for the side of Paragons.
Man, Digital Devils, they are this time a little bit more proactive when it comes to the plays. Earlier in Sunset City, they were just very passive. This time, that was a good call to go in for the engage. Once the members there of Paragon's SC was at the lowest, they didn't have the time to re-engage. And this time, Digital Devils, they managed to get in the loot there. At least that should be orange armors for their side. Now, over on the other side, we see Powerhouse as well, and now PC. Very long standoff, but built different. Gets spotted there by now PC that just came right up. One member down already.
Insane. That's just insane. I mean, Full Clip is just clipping players with a 2x scope with the defender, so it takes quite skill to do that exactly. So they do also get that divulge, get that information on these other players and what their player XPs and their health and armor is looking like. Seems like it's kind of healthy. So now PC aim gonna have to withdraw from the cliffside position to just maintain this ground with his teammates. With the help of their Momoy shield, they were kind of expecting kind of a premature attack of Powerhouse, but that will not go through. And yeah, that's such a push now going through. Powerhouse PC decides to go for a counter tempo attack, and it was not going to be expected by Now's PC. So now Powerhouse has hit the high ground, but Full Clip able to get one. So now it is going to be an insane battle between these two. In the 1-2 situation, Aim is going to be taking a lot of time to get into that position. So now, you're going to have to use their snipers to get these kills. And that tiny attack there just costing them 2 lives.
But Xpear, they're in the area and looking to go in for the third-party play up against Powerhouse PC. They're also in the vicinity, and they're still healing up from the side of Now's PC. Here they come for the side of Xpear. They're losing the elimination here up against Powerhouse PC.
Yeah, that nice tail there for Xpear, right? Nice timing on to their attacks. Just utilize that third party, let these players waste their ultimates and their tactical skill, then we go hop in and get that job done. Now they get to revive back their player that just got down, but now esports, like the timing was just so unreal there, and they only have 2 players left, but they do have that supply drop nearby that can get them that MG7, and Aim can still have that opportunity to clutch things up. But Xpear, they are out in the open right now. They're getting shot down by Team Nitrox, and I'm surprised they're still maintaining their lives out there. Still outside in the open though, so not exactly the area you want to be at.
Daisy, last remaining member there for Powerhouse. I'm not so sure if Xpear knows that he's right down there, but Nitrox can actually just for the side of Xpear, right? They can manage to, chase them out, but Daisy's just gonna be swimming afloat there. I don't think he has the time to heal up as well, but if he manages to get out, he has to face the wrath here of Nitrox. That is gunning the vehicle as well. He has nothing to do at this point but just stay afloat, maybe just move right in before Nitrox can get in this supply drop coming out from the Momo. I think there's a lot of Momoys here in this particular map, knowing that Lambton, there's going to be a lot of long stalemates, and having the Momoy supply drop, right? The longer that it gets, the better loot drop that you have, right? And you don't need to get in the supply drop coming in from Farlight 84 itself. You can have your very own, and I think it's good to have that Momoy, right? Giving you that arsenal when you need it the most, and that's exactly why Now's PC was willing to camp out so long in that area, knowing that they have a Momoy to actually go in for the replenish afterwards.
Yeah, Now's PC now. Again, they got 2 players. They're getting that pressure from Aim. So right now, Seems like Digital Devils are in a kind of a great position, right? Remember, they took down one BAP's players, and now they got 10 kills. Look at Chuya even having level 6 armor, so definitely the team that has the highest potential at winning this game right now. Second closest is going to be LF4 Org, and the other squads are going to be stragglers there, especially for now. Esports only got like two players in there. Then you got Team Nitrox with only 2 players. But what just happened? I think one of the players from Chuya just got himself eliminated outside the zone. Never mind. What a waste.
Yeah.
A new
He
Reaper
didn't
has
manage to
arrived.
heal up, right? And you're talking about the final circle here, so this should at least take so much more damage. But you know what, Digital Devils, I think among the arsenal here, they were able to get in the most, right? And looking at what our players have here, Naos only has a level 4 here. And looking at the other squads here, Nitrox, the other squads have made it this far. Digital Devils, that's an orange armor that they have to go up against. And you know what's really surprising here? LF4 Or, right? They managed to chase out not RZ in the early game. And they managed to make it this far, right? Just stacking up all of those arsenal and those shields here at this point. So LF4 Org level 3, so not really the best armor that you can get going up against Digital Devils and Nitrox here that has the orange armor. So now that MG7 is gonna come out real handy for whoever who has it. And as of this moment, last 5 members remaining here for the Lambton map. And looking at the number of frags here, we're starting to see some of the squads here rack up almost going into the 20 number here for this particular map.
I mean, Digital Devils, right now, you lost your Maki user, so who's going to be that point, man? Will it still be that Cypher? Or are you going to send down Siana to just shoulder all of the damage at that early game, right? So far, just taking their time. And they do spot down those players, holding down that second floors. They do feel that pressure.
Oh, Digital Devils right now, they're good with the high ground, but not really with the low ground. So they have to make a move here up against LF4 Org. Here comes the poison smoke coming out from the Ember. I think they're looking to siege in where LF4 Org is, and I think they know very well. But Digital Devils are out in the open. They have to make a move here up against LF4 Org, but they're waiting for the proper timing to strike, right? Once they're out in the open, they also have Naos PC and Nitrox to deal with. So
Yeah.
LF4 Org, they get themselves in a higher ground, which is such a good call here to take down Digital Devils, who's huddled over on the right side of the map. Only 3 members here. Numbers advantage definitely should go to the side of
Ooh.
LF4 Org.
Yeah, Misery takes down one of the players from LF4 Org. The circle is closing in. It's going to be out in the open. Whoever has the best close range weapons are going to have that initial advantage. And right now for Digital Devils, they got that high ground. You got Yua in there with the help of their Ember. They have the best chance to try to take this one away. We do see the revive back for LF4 Org. Circle again gonna be in their hold as they have that mid-map in their round. Now PC Costbang is gonna be playing that rat game. He's still alive. Maybe able to even clutch this one after he's played that long game. For this moment, trying to play replacement points, but now Daisy able to take down Costbang. We're down to our last 4 squads. Digital Devils again trying to slowly climb up. They got the coordship happening. The vision erosion is there to help them secure this isolation plays up against Team Nitrox as well as LF4 Org. So now who's gonna be able to play this gameplay, right? You do have a Sienna there to help you heal up, but Digital Devils again having the higher ground. They got the M4 to try to take this elimination. Who wins the gun? But it is a slugfest. Digital Devils now pounces in. But they are plummeting him down with numbers, and it is going to be a win for who? LF4 Org with their numbers.
Digital Devils, right? They were in the low ground, and LF4 Org, they just managed to play this out so well, having the Siana up as well to go in for those heals, care of Woko, and they managed to heal up before the final circle, the smallest that we have ever seen come here at the PC finals. And it's gonna be LF4 Org that manages to take that in. It was just really messy at that point. Digital Devils, LF4 Org, they were fighting outside the zone, and mind you, that's a lot of damage coming out from them. That's the final zone that we're talking about. It is gonna be the close range weapons that's going to be mattering the most here. I think for the side of LF4 Org, they managed to secure at least a couple of Uzis and UMPs to be able to deal with the close range combat. They're racking up 12 frags, not the most that we've seen as compared to map number 1, but I think what mattered the most is they were able to stack up to this situation, right? LF4R dropping in at the Nova Industrial Zone. They were able to chase down Not RZ, managed to take down the respawn pods, and managed to actually make their way to the circle and finally get in a prime position to be able to gun everyone down.
And this just proves the value of having a Sayana around, especially in a map like Lambton where everything is kind of slow, and you don't have a lot more medkits that can actually get picked up in all of the maps. And for LF4 Org, they did have one of their players utilizing Sayana to its full extent, right? Able to get at least plenty of revives and making sure that the team has that numbers game up until the very end. We know Mystery was able to take down one of the players from LF4 Org, but still get that revive and yeah, get this clutch. Even though Digital Devils does have that high ground earlier, you know what? I believe that's like kind of the opposite way where we ended things up at map number 1, where it was pretty fast. This time it had to go all down to a Mr. Bean spotlight.
Yeah, it's funny too that in the mobile division, the other org that is sorry, the other squad that is looking for an org, they also managed to win the Lambton map. So that was I think that was org please that managed to win in the Lambton map, and now we have in the PC division LF for org. I mean, come on, these teams are looking for orgs. I think it's just maybe they work so well with this kind of map, right? The more of the slow pace, more of the long range combat. But to think about it, LF4 org, they didn't prepare for the long range combat. They actually prepared for the close combat, right? As compared to Nitrox and Digital Devils that are so much better in working it with the high ground and the long range plays. But you know what's surprising to see, Kali? I think this is the
Yeah.
least damage that we've seen in the PC division. 699 on the Sienna of Woko here that managed to carry in the entire LF4 org team to victory this time. So yeah, having in the Medi X and the restoration field was just very vital, especially in that last circle that closed in. So everyone just had to hold it out. Whoever had the most heals up, whoever had the most ultimates up, should be able to win that one. And Digital Devils, I think, with not having in that Ember, it was just a little bit difficult, right? LF4 Harg had the most numbers in that time.
Yeah, they were waiting for them to drop down, and it was just confirmed kills time and time again for LF4 Org. And yeah, I think that the decision making was up to par there. The communication was just pretty much lined up for the team. They were just trying to, as much as possible, stack their numbers up against every other squad so we're alive at that final circle. Remember, there were like 5 squads out there just going at it, just trying to secure the better placement. And yeah, one thing still stands, right? Anyone can win it in this PC division, which makes it super, super exciting. But one thing more than likely, now's esports still not up there yet in terms of getting themselves involved in fighting these eliminations in map 1 and map number 2. They could not even get a top 3 placement here, which is unheard of and uncharacteristics. It seems like they are starting out very, very cold.
What's really hard for them is also the map drop, right? It took them quite some time to reach in the place that they wanted to be in, but this time we're putting some highlights here on our team. It's gonna be LF4 Org that won this map. Check out these highlights on what went down in the Lambton map.
Yeah, man, if you take a look at the highlights there, it was just kind of all over the place, a slugfest. But who stands? It's LF4 Org Foco and his teammates. 3 kills for him at 699 damage. But it's not the damage that's really the kills that's really making sure that Volko is the MVP, right? But it's also the amount of health that he was able to restore from his teammates and the amount of revives that he was able to do. Definitely have played a big impact, especially at that late game.
Yeah, I think we highlighted a lot of the Sianas, one of the top capsulers that is being picked here in the PC division, and I think I love to see this little shakeup that we're seeing here in the meta right now for FPC2, right? For